Hello there. I'm a day early. Seeing as it's Easter and this is an Easter box, I thought maybe some of you might want to quickly make up one for one of your friends or family members for Easter. I'm Cheryl Algie from Kerrang in Northern Victoria, Australia, and thank you for joining me today. Whether you're joining me live or whether you're watching the replay, please say hi and tell me what you think in the comments. Now, I've got a piece of, we don't have this anymore, so we do have thick 12 by 12 white, basic white. We do have 12 by 12 in black. And I think, from memory, I should have checked, I think in the new catalogue we might have crumb cake as well. Not sure, because they ditched this. I shouldn't say ditched it. They stopped putting out 12 by 12 cardstock. This is cardstock, not the two-tone. But I have this. This is from 2 years ago, and this is the in colour pack. We did have it then, and this is the, I still don't know the name of this one. I don't use it very often, and it's nearly going out. This is the Shy Shamrock. So for this box I'm creating, if you're going to create this in imperial measurements, you would probably use the 12 by 12, and where I'm scoring at 10 centimetres, you would just score at 4, I believe. But before you want to use this as metric size, make sure you, because ask me how I know, make sure you cut your piece down to 30 centimetres by 30 centimetres. It just cuts a tiny little bit, because when you're scoring it does make a difference, obviously, because your scores will be all out. Right. How is everybody doing today? It's a beautiful day here. We've got some lovely weather happening for Easter. Now the instructions that I'll put up the link when I do my blog post. I've been a bit lax with my blog post. So what you're going to do is score at 10 and 20 centimetres all the way around, but I cheat, and because I don't like using the arm unless I have to, the arm of my trimmer, I just go 10 all the way around. And as I said, if you were using 12 by 12, you would just go 4 all the way around. Excuse me, got a bit of a tickle in my throat. I think it's the cooler evenings and early mornings when you've got to pull up that blanket when you get gets a bit fresh. This actually doesn't feel, the weight of this doesn't feel as thick as, just making sure that's a 10, as the other ones that I've been using, Well and Truly Retired. I'm using, disclaimer, I am using all retired product. That doesn't seem light enough. Maybe my downlights need turning up. Hang on. That might be better. It's finding it a bit dull in here, although it has clouded over a bit. I don't know that we're expecting any rain. I don't believe. I'll just show you that best I can, so that you end up with 10 centimetre squares all over. And good thing to do, what I found helpful, was to make myself a template, because I wanted to make a few of these. And when I make, it's not hard, but just to know where your cuts are, and then I can pop that away, and then when next time I want to do it, I don't have to work my brain to work out how to do that. So the first thing I like to do is get this, and the person I watched the video of, she did this with scissors, but if there's a quicker way, I will use it. So it's probably easier to do this as you go, but you can do it. You can, I don't know if you can see, if I've got my line in the middle there, because this is 20 centimetres, I can't exactly measure it, but this is what I did. You will work out your own way. If you want to use scissors and cut along the line, that's fine. You do you. I'm going to see whether I've gone up there, and then I want to go. This is harder for me to see. I'm struggling with my eyes, so still not quite right. So I think I'm in the middle there. Yep, so we've cut out that one square. So I like to put it down here where I've got this square cut out in the bottom, so that I know where I am. And I probably should have left that on there and done my cut here. I can't see that now. Right, a little bit, I think. So this one gets cut just to this first score line. Okay, and on the next one we're going to put it to the 10 centimetre line, and we're going to cut down to this one, skip this one, and cut down to that one. It's pretty simple, really. Like with most crafting, it's actually the decorating that takes the time. And if you haven't made the box before, I made mine all differently. That's what took me the time, trying to work out which pieces I wanted to put where. So you can see that if you're crafting along with, you've got two cut out there. I'm just going to see whether you can see that now. And then we want to cut this piece off here. So I want to cut from there to there. But I found, I don't know, the person I watched, she seemed to have done it perfectly. Let me just show you what I mean. You're going to cut that off. I found when I did mine that, I don't know if it was my cutting or what, but I found that this piece here, it's not doing it now, maybe I cut it off. It was bending over. So I'm just trying to figure out something here. So I want that one. Yeah, let's just do it and see what happens. I'm going to just fold that down out the way so I can see. Actually, I might just gently fold that too. I might fold these ones as well. For the next one, not that tricky, but you just got to, it's probably easier if this is your first time doing anything like this, if you use your scissors, because you'll know exactly where you want to go. But you can use your trimmer. So if you want to put your, if you can see there where I've put my point of my cardstock there, and I've put the point of the fold there. Hopefully you could see that. Yeah, I think you can. And we're cutting off this piece here. Piece is gone. And then we're going to do this one down here. I'll just show you before I do that. We're going to cut off this corner here, like that. Same thing. Fold that up out the way. Just making sure I'm cutting that. I always like to, especially when I'm live, I like to make sure I'm cutting the right piece, because otherwise I have to start all over again, and that's not fair, is it? There we go. Let's put that away for a sec. I have done a lot of the prep work so that you're not having to sit through all of that, because you will do it. You will do you. I just want to see if that's yeah. Maybe I shouldn't have put my trimmer away just yet. See what I mean? I don't know what I am doing wrong there. I'll just either get your scissors. I think I'll do mine with the trimmer. The last one I made, I actually cut it not quite on the line, and it worked. The person I watched, hers worked perfectly, so I don't know what's wrong with me. I'll do that. See what I mean? This little piece here. So what I'm going to do is just, I don't want this cut off any. I just want to shave a tiny bit off there. So I want that to be the same. And hopefully that will fix it. Probably got to do the same on the other one actually. As I said, not sure why, but it did happen to me. So if it happens to you, don't think we've necessarily done anything wrong. It's just the way the cookie crumbles, so to speak. Don't know if I did anything there. Oh yeah, I cut a bit off. Not much. Let's see if that fixed it. Not quite. Still, not that it matters, because one's going to be covered over, but I'll just do it again. So I want to cut that bit off there, but I don't want any cut off there, because you're going to see that. Let's push that over a little bit. Hopefully I haven't got it too far over. No, I think that's right. I've only taken off a tiny little bit, so that's the only issue I had with that. Looks like I've made a bit of a mess there. Let me find my sanding. I need to fix that. It's because I cut such a narrow bit off. Now, where was it? So we can fix that with our sanding block or a nail file. Anything you've got, really. All right, what's next? What is next? Our pretty paper, and like I said, I'm using old retired products here, but actually I've been going through all my papers, because I mean, what else are we going to do with them? We've got to use them. It's a good way to use up your supplies for gifts for friends, because they don't care whether they're retired products or not, do they? So what I am using is this. I believe it was a celebration, probably not last year, maybe the year before, and this person is getting my favourite piece out of that. This is the piece I chose, but I probably should have not chosen that, because then I found I didn't have, in amongst all of this, I didn't really have, well, I do have a contrast. I'll just explain that, but I wanted more of a distinctive. I didn't want that, because that's going to look too over the top. I've got that, and that's what I chose to use. But there was nothing else in the Summer Splash that was, how do I explain that? That was more, had a bit more pattern in it. I didn't want anything just plain. But this one's the Summer Splash. Yeah, I'm using, gosh, the name's Shy Shamrock. Yeah, not anything else had Shy Shamrock in. I would have, after I'd cut it, I realised I probably should have used the blue. Actually, I probably could have used that to go with that, but I'd already cut up my other bits. So that's what I mean. I wanted a bit more of a contrast. So just be mindful of that when you're choosing your colours. But I chose that one because I loved it. I probably could have actually got away with that. See, this is what I mean. You don't know what's going to go with what piece until you decide, until you start to make it. And another, just in case anybody's still got the 12 by 12 in colours, another one I could have used was this one. It's called Unbounded Beauty. And that's got some beautiful ones. It would have been beautiful, but I didn't think of that. It hasn't actually got any that are the Shy Shamrock though piece. But never fear, I do have, it did have this. So I have cut out all my bits. Where did I put? Plays this game. Where did I put that? Because I did think, yeah, here it is. I did think I might need to use some of the in colour paper with it, but we'll see how we go with our decorating. Okay. So we've got our lid piece, we've got our basket piece, and these are the pieces I had chosen because that is my favourite colour, favourite piece out of that. So I want 4 of those for the outside and 2 for the inside. So on the outside, so just turning it around with this here again, and I just like to do this because that is going to adhere there. So what I like to do is put a pencil mark here and here. Why I do that is because I don't need any pattern paper on there because it's going to be covered up. So then if you're doing this on a paper that's directional, you want to be mindful of that. I don't know that this is really directional. I think it can go any way. I think. What I mean by that is when the box is show you that again. When the box is like that, if you've got flowers that are on a stem, like going up on a stem, and the flowers are up the top, you don't want them upside down. Okay, but I don't think it matters much on this one because the flowers aren't really directional. I don't think, but let me just make sure that I've got them pretty much okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that doesn't really matter. And then we don't need one there because that's the bottom. Okay, just use, I'll get those done. I had been saving this piece because I do love the azure on the back of these. It's a beautiful sky blue colour, just gorgeous. And I thought I might use it for my sky with, it doesn't look like it's the right size, but it must be. It's 10, 9.5. Yep, these are 9.5 by 9.5. It looks a bit out to me for some reason. Maybe it's because I shaved a bit off my thing. Anyway, we're not going to worry too much about that. It's basically just to show you how this is done. Anybody made a box like this before? Love to see your version. If you have, let me know. And you can do whatever you like on there. If you didn't have the right DSP, you could use your white and just do some stamping. Again, I'm going to pop that there so I know what I'm doing, hopefully. Hopefully I know what I'm doing. I think I might have supposed to have had. What have I got? Where's my other bits? Here we go. One's for the lid. I had thought I might do that. That's a bit, just notice that's a bit, because I've cut it so close, it's not a clean cut. There we go. Let's fix that. Yeah, I think I was going to, just got to figure out what I was going to do, guys, so I can't remember. So I don't think I usually put anything there. I don't know if I like that. So backup plan was to use some of this, and like I said, you don't really know until you get going with it what you want to do, what will look good. So that, I thought maybe that, I thought I had some of the green cut, but it doesn't look like I do. Okay. Or I thought maybe that has come out of the other one as well. I don't know that I want the purple there. It's not purple. It's, well, it is purple, but it's Petunia Pop. make sure I get the Shire Shamrock and not the other one. I'm thinking maybe I want to use that and the green out of here that I thought I'd cut. But obviously I didn't. Got a plan in mind, so don't stress. This is why I did a lot of the other prep, because I wasn't sure what was going to look good. 9.5. By 9.5. This one, I think I want to use the 9.5. So in the new catalogue, we are getting 12 by 12 sheets of all of our neutrals, all of our colour families, which will be absolutely great. Now I just want to see what this is going to look like. I think I might need a white piece there. I could do that. Give me a better idea. Then what do I put there? I need a different one. So do I put a stripe or a leafy one? I think I might need to put a white one here. I think if I do a white, that's what I was going to do. Put half of that and half of that, and a white. Let me just cut those. So you have to be mindful of which way you cut these too, by the way. So I want that. You'll choose which one you want to go over because it'll be the one that fits the best. So I think I want that. So therefore this will need to be cut from the left to the right to go there. So I cut it the other way, it's not going to fit. Hopefully she's done that right. Yep. And then this one, the opposite way, because it's going to go there. Might not matter with this one, but I'm not going to test that theory out. There we go. We want that there too. I can probably use those for the other one. I'm a bit not very cut very well there. I need to cut that off a bit. Now I'm thinking I need a cut more. 9.5 by 9.5. Yeah. That's 9.5. We'll go 9.5 there. That's for that side, and I think I need another one for the centre as well, for the bottom, because I stole the one I had for the bottom. Not going to work if you don't put the arm down, is it? That'll be good, because I wasn't sure what I wanted to use for the top either. It'll give me options. Now, I should be good to go. Should be. Just want to trim that scrappy bit off there. That was the one I trimmed before or not. Didn't quite trim it properly. Still a bit wonky. That's better. There we go. Now, got that there. Better. Where will I adhere that down? Like so. And then this one's going over the top. So I'm going to put that there. Now I'm going to put this here. I think I could probably just leave that though, couldn't I? I reckon I will. Just leave that green. That's the way. No need for more paper there. So we'll be saying goodbye. Whoops. That's very noticeable that that's a bit crooked. Got to have your straight bits straight. There we go. And then that one gets adhered down. And this one will adhere that there and a little bit there, so it sticks over the top of that. Okay. Now we're cooking with gas. Now we had our, I've got a little tag I'll put in there. And what was I going to do here? Hang on, where's me? Oh yeah, that, I was thinking that had to be cut off, but it doesn't. That's right. I think I've done too many of these. I've forgotten what I'm doing. Where's the other one? This one can go here, I reckon, or I could do that. What do we think? I need to cut that down now, don't I? Unless, oh no, I can put it there. I can put it there. Do we want the dots or do we want the same one? Anybody going to help me out? Oh, thank you, Lou Watts. Do we go the same or will we go different? I'll adhere the bottom piece. Because I know what I'm doing there. I do know what I'm doing. It mightn't seem like I do, but I do. Okay, and our flowers can go here, which I don't believe they're directional. So yeah, that goes up there, and then the other piece goes here. I like to get my basket done and put in the centre before I adhere the side pieces, because that'll go like that. But because there's things to do in the middle, you can do it, but I just prefer to leave that. Now, did we say, she hasn't said, I think perhaps I'll go the same. Probably don't want too much different there, do we? Yeah, I think I'll just do that. And this also can be, we'll leave this open for our other little tag. And like I said, I did my stamping last night. So that, and these, I'll show you which stamps and whatever that came with in a sec. So where's our lid gone? Our lid and our basket. Where she put them? Oh, here we go. So this and our template, so I can tell you what I did. Ah, yeah. So if anyone, I don't know if you can read that, I will put this on my blog at some stage. I've got a bit of catching up to do on my blog. So the next piece of the project is the lid, which was 14.2 centimetres by 14.2, scored at 2 centimetres all the way round, okay, which is this. So I've already done that, and I made a mistake there. Don't know how I did that, or whether the cardstock was already, just trying to, yeah, I might use that side actually, because I made a boo-boo. Shh, don't tell anyone. The paper's going to cover it, so I'm not perturbed about that. This is just very easy, very simple. We've all done boxes. My boo-boo is I scored there, and I don't know why I scored there, but I did. And my designer series paper is going to pretty much hide it. And why I went to this side is because, yeah, it's less visible. It's only these two little bits here that you can see. So for the sake of wasting another piece of cardstock, I did not believe it was worth that. So same as what you've normally done with the box, you're just going to cut your tabs, snip up to there, cut your tabs, and make sure I cut the right one now, don't I? Cut your tabs. We actually did a box on Saturday at Saturday's class. And the girls said, oh, we haven't done a box for a while. I said, well, it'll come back to you. It's pretty basic. Might actually, while we're talking about boxes, we might, so the basket is 11 by 11 centimetres, scored at 3 centimetres all the way around. And the same thing, so I may as well do them both together. Same thing, cut up the score lines. I have to turn it whichever way I need to do these, because it doesn't come easy to me. Sometimes I like to do this first and then flip it over. Be right to there. Just mitre your tabs. And also thought I might like to, yeah, I would like to do that, but I'm not sure whether I want to use that. I've already made my flower and I'll explain how I did that. Oh, I made two actually, that's right. Because I was not sure which one I wanted. What I'm doing now is I'm just, yeah, that's good. I'm just seeing if my choice of DSP is good. And I think I like it. It's easier to put your DSP on designer series paper while your lid is flat. So that's why I'm doing that. Hoping that seal doesn't mess up on me. I think it's threatening to. Sneak it along a little bit. Probably easier with glue, but then I'd have glue all over my fingers, wouldn't I? And once you get this piece on, it's easier to line those up because you can just go by the edge of that. Yeah, this seal isn't a good one. I had one faulty. I must contact Stampin' Up about that. I keep forgetting. They're expensive, and when they mess up, you need to contact Stampin' Up to replace it for you, because we can't be throwing good money away after bad, especially now with everything happening in the world that we don't want to talk about, but it's there. And this one had these stripy pieces for the basket. I got 4. Yep. As I said, pretty easy. It's all the fiddly bits that take time. This is my 6th one of these I've made, so you'd think I'd be an expert by now, wouldn't you? No, not really, because each one has been different. because I wanted to try, as you do, you want to try things with this paper and this paper and this paper, and there's heaps of paper I could have used for these. We have some beautiful paper from Stampin' Up. Really lovely. There's some lovely papers coming in the new catalogue too. I'm done with my glue for a little bit. I'm just going to put some glue on my tabs, multi-purpose on my tabs, so that I can come back, and that'll be, just want to make sure it goes to the edges. That'll be ready to adhere together. I don't have to wait so long for it to adhere. You do have to hold it and make sure it's stuck properly before you go moving it. There we go. Get my basket done first. Fold these in. The other side. Still got glue on my hands because that was needing to be poked in. That's what I mean. You've got to make sure it's stuck before you let it go, because it can not stick and then it'll be all out of whack. There we go, there's our little basket. That didn't adhere either, did it? I felt that pop off. Come on. I'm too impatient, aren't I? Okay. What's everybody got planned for Easter? There's lots on in Kerrang. There's races. Usually the art gallery's open. There's tournaments, tennis and bowls, and yeah, lots. It's great that they've got nice weather for it too. Didn't quite go where I wanted it. Now, our handle was 14.5 by 1.5. And what did I put on that? I have a piece of, not sure about that. Don't know if I want to put that, do I? Oh, what the heck. Let's just put it. It's just a little basket, so. And I believe I left it a bit long so I could trim it off. I did think it might look a bit cute with the petunia pop over the top of the shy shamrock. See, I'm even remembering the names. Now, I nearly forgot. You need to give this a bit of a curve with your bone folder. And I'll probably put the handles, you can push them right down or you can leave them. You could have that a bit longer if you wanted to, it doesn't matter. I just usually do that with glue, and I won't press it all the way down. I'd probably make mine a bit longer actually. And you can measure this if you wish. I didn't measure any of mine. Don't think anyone's going to grab them up and measure that I've got it exactly in the middle. Just eyeball it. And I'll get it on there so you can see. Hopefully my fingers aren't really cooperating. It's about, I don't know, about about 1.5 centimetres down perhaps. And the same here, maybe. Just put it where you want to put it. That's where it goes, right? Now, do I want a little bow on top of there? I think that's too fat, I reckon. Put a little and I'm using mine. This shows you how long I've been doing stamping. It's 20 years since Stampin' Up's been in Australia, but I haven't been doing it that long. But I think 14 I am this year, or am I 15? I can never remember. I have to look on the website to see. Is that the wrong end? No. We'll just see what this looks like. It might look cute. If I can tie a bow with glue on my fingers. Just give it a little hug. I want it a bit smaller than that though. Look really cute if it's small. Oh, I think those scissors might work. Didn't quite get the kink out of that, did I? I think that's why they stopped putting them on cards, because people were complaining that they were kinked. So, I think we're almost done. Now you can pop this however you want. You can pop it like that. You can pop it like that. I think I might pop it like that. And all I did was put a bit of, just guessed where I wanted my seal to go. Oh, first I probably want to do this, don't I? And I'll just use seal for mine, but glue would work too, of course. That just goes up like that. And this can go there like that. Now the best part is the goodies you put in, isn't it? I might put some of these ones in. I love these speckled ones, they're so cute. Give her a couple all out, it doesn't matter. Oops, my tag's falling out. Okay. Close him up. There we go. And then we've got our flower. I'll decide which flower I want to use. I think maybe that one. They're the same but different. I think I like this one better. So I'm going to put just a little dimensional. These were made with, I'll go through what I've used after, because I don't like to hold people up too much. I've got to put my leaves, and I've got to find something to, oh, no, that's not that showing, I don't think, no. So it's got to go that way up because of where I've put my stamens. And then did grab my leaves. I think with these ones I can just do seal because I've got them layered. So actually what I might do is should have had that up a bit, so I could fit my ribbon. So all I'm going to do there, so I've just tied my ribbon, and then I've tied the twine through the Happy Easter, then I've tied the whole thing around there. Then to adhere it on, I'm just going to pop a dimensional. I'm going to use a big one. I think I only use little ones on the other ones. There's no reason why I can't use a big one. Make it stick better. And the reason I'm doing that now is because I don't want that over there either. I don't want to put my leaves where the tag is, because then you won't see them, will you? What have I done here? Let's see. Probably should use glue for this too. I probably should. Just work out what I want where, and you can do some sponging onto your leaves if you want to. I think I might want to put that down first because it's darker. This, I use two-tone cardstock for these too, by the way, the flowers and the leaves. I've used blackberry and I've used petunia pop, but I could have used the other side of the blackberry. It's darker. I could have just done one flower, but I felt that was a bit dark. I just reckon if I layer that's better. And also we can pop in these. I saw someone ask on our tech group, what do people do? What are people doing with these pieces that come out of the flowers? And the very talented Maswari from the Stamping Lounge, she told us at Saturday's class she does that with them. actually might just add some wherever you think. You could put it underneath there. Probably want the lighter one underneath there because it's not going to show. I'm just fiddling now, aren't I? Could go in there. Got some more lighter ones, I think. Or I could use the darker one, which is the other side of the... Yeah, I think I like that. I think I like that. That in there, and yeah, I might use the other side of that one too. It's a bit of a contrast. Oh no, should have used the other side. Never mind. If I put that one there, cute, right? Very cute. Now we need to find some pretty blingies. Should have got these out too, shouldn't I? What are these ones? Wrong purple. I know I've got heaps of purple because I did stock up on purple. I've actually used practically all of my, that's all I've got left of my Petunia Pop. So you can tell what was my favourite colour, can't you? I've got loads of purple. Let's just see what if anything looks good. The darker one. So I don't know if I've got any bigger ones there. Let's go with these. Try what a big one will look like in the centre. Yeah, that looks good. You probably can't get these anymore, but as I said, I stocked up because I loved them. I love purple. Purple's my granddaughter's favourite colour. One of my granddaughters, the other one's is blue. So you've got to stock up on the favourite colours when you can, but there's a limit. You can't just randomly buy heaps of everything, can you? Another big one somewhere. Maybe there. Okay. Let's put that aside, and I'll go through what I used to make all my bits. So my stamping was done with, on the tags, was done with this from Delicate Whispers. That's a new one of the March online exclusive. So that's where my Hello Friend came from. And the tags are, I'll never get rid of these. The TaylorMade tags have been retired for a couple of years now. The Happy Easter on the front came from a Ranger Wreath, and I love this too, so I will never, this has been around for a while. I love all the sentiments on there, so things that I love I keep. And this one where the flowers came from is Simply Beautiful. Now they've just gone to the clearance rack, so if you want these gorgeous flowers you need to be quick, because who knows how long they're going to be lasting there. So it's a flower I didn't use, so let's just open it up and see. Surprise, your friend will be very surprised. And it didn't take that long, did it? How long have I been here? Oh, because I fiddled, because I wasn't quite sure what I was going to use, but that's what you will do, because sometimes you've got to create things as you go, and I didn't want to do them all the same, so that's why. So I've got to go deliver these now, or have them picked up. So yeah, alrighty, so I will see you perhaps next Thursday, unless I get excited and do a video in between over Easter. Who knows what I might do. So thanks for joining me, everyone, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.